you talked about like removing physical pains from your body. I was thinking about the kind of the mental side of this and the physical side of this. And so a few things you touched on there is like the idea that you can inherit things in your body that manifest in a physical form. Like they're obviously connected.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Like,
yeah, I think that mental things are, we learn patterns, behaviors, thoughts, beliefs, and that is intertwined within our brainstem, our primordial functions. So our thoughts change our biochemical markers, change our hormones, change the way we feel. So when we've learnt those patterns, they are expressed in the body. And so there's a physical expression of that pattern of thinking, of that pattern of beliefs, of that pattern of understanding. And so when you're working with someone, being able to change particularly stuff around the brainstem, that resets the tension, strain, and there's a normal function. There's always part of us that's completely uninhibited or untouched by the imprints that we have in life. But those restrictions in belief, in thoughts and patterns have a physical strain in the body. And so when you work through and release them and change, the body dissolves them.
and so the idea of like time travel, most people are like, fuck off, not possible. But actually the physical ailments that manifest in our daily life, sometimes, as you're showing, and as I've experienced myself, are actually connected to the actions of ancestors of yours. Like, what?
Yeah.
And this is actually so niche in my mind. Like, no one's really talking about this. I'll give one bit of context, being Loz went for her first ever session with you, and she's got a few things, not to mention publicly, but things that just haven't ever gone away. And you immediately connected some of the pain she experienced with a basically family related thing. And she said, you said, be careful, you might be a bit irritable or something over the weekend. Your body's really moved a lot. And within 48 hours, she was like all over the place. And we had this kind of crazy weekend. I was like, what the hell just happened? And I was like, oh my God, it's because, she's like, no, it's because I saw that guy Luke 2 days ago. And I came in to see you a couple of weeks later or something, and here we are now. But how is that the case then? That, because I didn't ever finish reading it, I must admit, but there was a book called The Body Keeps the Score. It was very, very interesting, and it reminds me I must go back and finish it. But there's just a very, very close connection between your physical reality and your mind, and then it's like it's almost stored trauma.
So we have all of that. I don't know what to say to that, but it's very much, that's all in our body. And we have kids, and we learn our lessons through having kids. So these kids are an expression of us, and then we get to, they have our lessons in our life in them, some of which haven't been resolved and continue to repeat. But when you change something in an individual, you change it both 7 generations forward and 7 generations back.
Wow.
So when treating, when kids come in with stuff, you really want to treat the parents, because there's this, although each individual is individual and they bring their own unique experiences, you really are treating the family and the family dynamic and the family's dynamic. And there you don't have to find and look into and dissolve and like all these sort of things, but it's sometimes things pop up. And so just having an awareness of that within the context of the anatomy can give you, if that arises, go, okay, that's what we're treating with, that's what we're working with. Whereas if you don't even know it exists, then trying to just change the muscle or change the joint won't really work.